What up, my homies? This is Tarot with Kittens, Weights, and Tarot, and I'm bringing you the deck review of the Zigeuner Wahrsagekarten. And this is translated into 4 different languages. This is actually a deck that I got off of Etsy. I know that if you go on Amazon, there are newer versions of this deck. Just kind of type that in. I'll put that information into the information box below. So it says Zigeuner Wahrsagekarten fabric, and it has this nifty little backing. You can tell they're totally old. We were guessing maybe 1930s, although they are still producing these types of cards today. They look a little bit more modern. Some of the pictures have changed a little bit, but even though the box looks pretty beat up and old and it's got tape and everything, the cards are actually very well preserved. Okay, so it says Pitnik and Sean, or Shona. Okay, so it's translated into German, Croatian, Italian, and English. Okay, so let's take a look at these cards. There isn't a booklet that comes with them, so we're actually just going straight into the cards. So yeah, for how old this is, it looks like it's held up pretty well. But then if you look at the cards, you notice that except for slight yellowing on the edge, the cards are in pretty good shape, and look how straight they are as well. So nobody was riffle shopping them, which is nice. Okay, so this is the backings. And these are, I would say, well, they are playing card size. They are Lenormand size, and they aren't a Lenormand deck. I mean, there are a few keywords and pictures in here that do go along with Lenormand, but I think it's its own thing. It's its own oracle deal. So it's not tarot, it's not Lenormand, it's not like a regular oracle deck. It's kind of its own thing. I play with it a little bit like Lenormand. Actually, I mesh it like an oracle card / Lenormand. So that's kind of how I read with them. And there is a card in here that's blank, and that was actually a misprint from the, wherever it got printed. And there we go. So this actually would have been the child card. I did a little bit of research, and it's not that it's missing a card. It has the physical card. It's just the child never got printed on it, the Bambino. So in my mind, I look at children as like a new beginning anyway. And so this card is blank, which to me means clean slate, purity, new beginning. So I actually use the blank card. So maybe that's weird, but hey, it works for me. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look at these lovely cards. I think they're so wonderful. Okay, so take a look at the pictures there. And again, down here at the bottom, it's got the translation, in German, Croatian, English, and Italian. And since I do know my German and Italian fairly well, it's interesting when they translate this. It's not an exact translation. I mean, it's fairly accurate, but okay, so let's just go ahead and take a look at these. So like we said, the person I bought this from, we're kind of guessing it's maybe from the 1930s-ish. And so I kind of use some Lenormand meetings for some of these cards, but I also use a lot of my intuition, kind of the way I would a regular oracle deck. So in here they have the widower, they have the man and woman. They have a man and woman card, and then, like I showed you earlier, there's the blank card that was meant to be the Bambino. And Todd, death. Oh yeah, and then they have double sweethearts too. They have like the male sweetheart and the female sweetheart. which we'll get to in a moment. And I will say, these cards are very thick. You know, I'd say they're like the playing cards of old, the kind that you would actually attach to the spokes of your bike to make it sound like a motorcycle. I absolutely would not attach these to my bike. I just was putting that out there as to how thick they were. It just kind of floated across my mind right now. They're like, are we sorry? She's saying please put your oracle cards, attach them to your bike? No, that is not what I'm saying. So there's our female sweetheart right there. Fortune. Unexpected joy. I like that one. Money. Journey, kind of like the Chariot. Here's our female widow. This one I kind of see as like a longing or waiting. I don't know, I think the translation of desire is a little different. Okay, so this would normally have been our baby card, our child card, our bambino. But to me, that's just new beginnings. So maybe to some people that would have been off-putting, like, oh my gosh, it's not a complete deck. There's a card that's missing. And to me, the card isn't missing. The card is there. Just the picture is missing. And I mean, for the most part, I get most of my information from what goes on in my head anyway. So I create plenty of pictures myself. Okay, so that is it. That was just a quick little walkthrough of that deck. It's a special little deck to me. I take, you know, pretty good care of it and try to keep it out of the sun and heat and all that good stuff so that it could be preserved for many more years to come. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this deck review. Please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to click subscribe if you have any questions about this deck, or if you have this deck and it's a bit newer and you want to talk about similarities, discrepancies, things like that, then just start that convo in the conversation comments box below. Okay, so that's it, and I will catch you guys later. Peace out.